Ladies, what is the last online purchase you made for yourself? Yarn to knit a sweater for myself. The yarn alone costs much more than a similar sweater at the store. Not taking into account the time and effort. I know. Economies of scale or whatever. But sometimes it feels a little dumb. It's worth it in the end though to have a handmade product that involved hours of fun. 2 dresses and a waist belt. This was last week. But I saw another dress and I also want some new heels so that will be ordered next week. Sometimes you have to spoil yourself lol. https://www. Amazon.com/GPD handheld game player 1280 by 720 processor/DP/B09315XFPM. I had the earlier version and wanted to see how the newest version is. Excited for it to get here. My bed broke. When I got a new one I moved my room around and that caused me to splurge and I ordered a bunch of stuff I needed and wanted so I could redecorate. Fleece-lined leggings. Because I have to sit outside while my 7-year-old does baseball practice twice a week and it gets chilly. Today I wore my regular old super thin leggings because I'm an idiot. So while I was there at the park I ordered a couple pairs of fleece-lined leggings. Does food count? I ordered myself a bagel and a coffee this morning online. If food doesn't count, then I'm not really sure. I don't shop online for myself very often except for clothes. Adidas Superstar sneakers. Literally bought it because their iconic 3 stripes on the side were in a rose gold/copper color. I don't normally buy shoes unless I need them. I'm currently in a huge pink/rose gold phase. My phone, laptop, watch etc. are all in the same shade lol. What is a toxic trait you got from your parents? Getting outbursts in the middle of a calm discussion when I feel opposed. This happens frequently if I'm with someone who intentionally triggers me, mainly my brothers when we were younger, but if we lived together again I know it would happen every day. Otherwise, it happens maybe once a year and I hate it every time. I have not done it to anyone but I do get a bit crazy when no one's home and I just start smashing stuff whenever these outbursts happen, usually from replaying those discussions in head. By outbursts I mean screaming extremely loudly. Unsolicited advice as a form of extremely annoying love. It has to do with being uncomfortable with sitting with negative feelings without trying to problem solve them away. I am working on this in therapy. The urge to do this definitely increases when I am overwhelmed or unhappy in my own life in some way. It becomes very tempting to find a different outside thing to fix. It's also very hard to actually experience my feelings as someone with ADHD. My therapist says you should take 90 seconds to fully pay attention to the physical sensation of the emotion in order to process it. But 90 seconds is a long-ass time when everything in my body is eager to be distracted in order to escape the bad feeling. To keep everything, feelings and stuff, inside and never talk about anything. My boyfriend can immediately tell when something's wrong and tries to talk to me about it. But I've always dealt with my SHT myself and don't know how to let others in. I never saw my parents talking to each other. And I don't know how to confide in my boyfriend. It's honestly a slight strain in our relationship. It takes me a few hours before my mouth will let words out because I'm so damn stubborn lol. I hate that my parents never communicated with each other. Why is abortion stigmatized? Because a unique human being was created and will never be created again. So to decide that human doesn't get to exist because it's inconvenient for you will make certain people look at that decision negatively. Abortion was an accepted medical practice for many years. Then the Democrats decided to desegregate schools, and since the Republicans couldn't oppose it without looking like racist fucks, they went to the church and turned them against abortion. Since then, and before then, we've had Republicans using religious institutions as a means to control and spread hate and prevent anything from happening. If you look at any controversial issues in America today, you will see that most of these ideas originated in the church, placed there by conservatives promoting family values and quat. One side believes it's murder, and the other doesn't. That is the explanation in its simplest form. When life begins is a very easy question to answer. Sperm is technically alive. But of course we don't fight to save sperm. So, when is life deserving of rights and respect is the question we are asking. It's a very interesting question to ask and I don't usually get too much into it if we are being argumentative. Edit, it does sound like a fun convo to have with a friend. Or while drunk. Mostly because the point that life starts is very controversial and there is no confirmed answer as to when that is. Some people feel that it starts at inception. Others feel that is not the case and it occurs much later in pregnancy. Abortion is a gray area in my opinion and can be a necessary medical procedure. But others feel that a woman should have the right to abort a fetus/child at any point in time and for any reason. The argument for when life starts can be a bit philosophical. So, in short, I think most of the stigma comes from the general lack of a real answer to when life starts. Did not have to do any chores as a kid? I didn't, but that's cause I actually loved vacuuming. So I just did it for my mom. There was a severe lack of structure growing up that has maintained its resilience into my adulthood. Unfortunately not, but truly wish they had made me. I did not. We had help. I have been helping my family with housework since childhood. I didn't. Once I was an adult I quickly learned how to do things myself. Because even though I didn't do chores as a child, I still watched my mom do them for years. I didn't because my perfectionist mother would not allow anyone else to do it. My brother and sister were not allowed to either. We could not even make our beds because the bottom sheet needed to be brushed off first and she was afraid a skin cell might fall on the floor. We were also not allowed to watch her clean. We had to stay in our room while she cleaned the rest of the house, and when she was done we had to stand in the doorway while she vacuumed us off before we could leave so she could clean our room. This was a daily occurrence. She dusted, vacuumed, mopped, cleaned everything every day. Yeah. My childhood was effed up.